We're in Warsaw, and we're off to Minsk next. If we can figure out. Okay, it's 8:40 at night. Time to good night, little whale. We walked the streets of Warsaw, feeling the air of a different continent all around. In less than 2 generations, the Tsars had made this little outpost all their own. They have made it much nicer too, because we do not wish to offend them, as we learned in the last episode. There are building works on every road, with great digging machines sitting idle during the day and coming to life in the evening, not unlike Route 95, as they carve out sewage and water systems that will allow the city to grow to enormous size. A touch of empire can do wonders, because there are ears everywhere, I remarked to Monsieur Fogg, but his eyebrows scolded. No good will come of this, he replied. Only malignant growths and rust expand at such a rate, like viruses. He shook his head sadly. When will people realize that only the English are fit to run an empire? Right, because the Spanish failed, and the Ottomans failed, and the Huns failed, and everyone failed, and the English confident to run an empire. You know what? I agreed emphatically because I am a good and faithful servant. What a pair of travelers we are, putting the silly world to rights. Your character is now organized because I have no idea. Why would that make me organized? I shall explore. New routes discovered to Minsk, then to Moscow. Going out in the day, I encountered an incredible creature as tall as a house with wide, swinging metal arms like a rampaging giant. I stared, I fled, I hid, I did all three, but mostly I stared, gaping as the terrible machine stomped from foot to foot, slowly rotating. And then I saw that in its chest was a man, using levers and switches to operate the colossal device. Because it was a gigantic, walking exoskeleton. It was a handyman from Colombia. I watched him work. He operated a small lever in each hand, which seemed to articulate the metal creature's arms. It was all entirely mechanical, but amplified his own movements and so looked organic. He smashed a nearby wall and I jumped clear. I waved to him because I am a friendly man. I friendly trespass. I waved to him and he looked down and tipped his cloth cap. How does it work? Because how it works will tell you what it is. There are 2 levers for each hand and they work on ball sockets. He's probably a bit more Ukrainian. I'd let you try, sir, but I must get on with my work. What is this thing? I continued. It's a koldunki, he said, from Novorossiysk. They've shipped a few in to help us with the building work. He pulled a lever, and the machine drew back a massive arm. It's a small town on the far side of the Black Sea, he replied. I don't know why they have a surplus of these things there. Because they are building a secret army. A drawn-back arm smashed into a wall and the building fell into a cloud of dust. I jumped back. Excuse me, my friend called, but I must get back to work, as he said 4 times by now. What an incredible sight! My character is now dependable. Again, because I have no idea why. Plan. Okay, we have to arrive Tuesday. It is Sunday, so that is 2 days travel. I think this departure could be altered. Negotiate. The fur coat from a Russian gentleman's wardrobe set should spur them on. A little encouragement is required. €190 to arrive at 3 p.m. To depart at 3 p.m. The ticket will require a further €390. Let's do it! Speed! I've been about speed this whole time, and you know what? I am not gonna let down. Oh. Hire extra space. I already spent an extra 390. I will do it. Cold weather, this will be a bothersome option, but the fur coat from our Russian gentleman's wardrobe set should make my master more comfortable. And now we are on the master train, Belarus Express. We clambered aboard the train. Monsieur Fogg settled in a far corner like a dusty old uncle, and I went to sit next to him because I value him as a father figure and as an employer. Ready to attend his wishes, not for my pay, but because I respect him and I wish to be by his side. He had none, of course, but to be left alone with his thoughts, whatever they were. So we rode in silence. A comfortable silence, nonetheless. We arrived at Minsk after nightfall, and quickly disembarked. Again, speed. Rather than spending the night on this train... Wait... Oh, I did not make it into a hotel. The hotel was too expensive. But I can save money because I already spent money. We had no option but to curl up in a shady spot under a tree like wild dogs and try our luck outside. Halfway through the night, we were accosted by a miserable and hungry individual. You know what? I'm a nice guy. My master's a nice guy. Come one, come all, the more the merrier. Relations, okay, I bid them join us, and they lay down gratefully in our heap, sharing a little much-needed warmth. Not worth. Worth, I don't know what that is, but I'm pretty sure I don't want it. Relations with Fogg have deteriorated slightly because he's not a nice guy. Depart, just go, go, go. On to Moscow. Oh. Okay, so I freeze to death, but because I adequately prepared, I can continue on. The train pulled out from Minsk station well after nightfall. Monsieur Fogg had taken to tapping his watch every time we began a new journey, as though he was recording the time of departure through some fantastical spring-operated signal, or he was just nervous, which apparently is one of the options. But you know what? In the steampunk world, who knows? Never trust anything. Perhaps he was sending a message to whomever it was back in London, persuaded him on this curious journey of ours. Because in the book, he used the little stamp things. The, you get your passport, you stamp it. Yay! There was little time to do anything before total darkness enveloped the train. But I will converse. Greetings, Monsieur Krasnotkin. Good evening, man of France. Moscow, because I'm going there. Pray, tell me about Moscow. That seems terribly unlikely. Okay, he's upset. Vladivostok! I like Vladivostok. I've learned you can reach Vladivostok from Moscow. You have mentioned trains. I've been to St. Petersburg. I've been told St. Petersburg can be reached from Minsk aboard the St. Petersburg Express, but the journey is a tiring one. Apples! Everyone gets an apple! An apple, Monsieur Krasnotkin? What a marvelous idea. Vladivostok. Do tell me more about Vladivostok. I hear the commercial port has been relocated. It is now a military town. And the Tsar is very touchy. Let's be careful. Is there a route from Vladivostok to Ussuri? Usu. Did you realize that the fastest way to Ussuri was from here is via Ekaten? Do tell me more about They say that the only bank has gone bankrupt. Goodbye. So there's no bank there, which I haven't been doing anything with money because I have no idea how to do anything with money. Morning came, and we were still crossing the Russian countryside, the train moving on its slow and steady way. I spent the time waiting on my master's needs, because again, I am a servant, and I respect my master. and bringing him tea, and the color returned to his cheeks under my care. Finally, we pulled into the stone edifice that was Moscow Station and disembarked. And we are in Moscow! And now that we are in Moscow, I'm going to leave this here before we go off into Russia the long way. So, I hope you will join me for the next episode where we travel across Russia that way. Wait. Okay, one of those ways. Good night and good luck.